Yodi ho ho ho, what's going on everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As you can tell, it is a light, bright, and beautiful one here for your boy. And today I am down in well, quite frankly, it's a storage lot where these things are getting ready to go get shipped out. So not the most beautiful of concrete, but I'll tell you what, the backdrop with the trees, the fact that it's in the 60s, and it is not overly windy, it is going to be a fantastic day. Now today we have got a tour of the 2026 Vibe 3400 SB, and I have not walked in this floor plan for probably about a year. I think I recorded it at the Cleveland RV show last year, if I'm not mistaken. GVWR, almost 11,500 pounds, so just shy of that, and it can hold almost 2,800 pounds worth of stuff. So the dry weight is whatever that is, minus that. So maybe like around 9,000 pounds, something like that. So it's not overall super, super heavy, but it's not exactly considered a light travel trailer either. But this is one of the floor plans. That was one of the most unique RVs that I toured in all of last year. It has kind of this little split bunk room that I think you'll find really interesting. So if you don't mind, drop a comment, let me know how you feel about it. They made some changes for 26, not only in aesthetics, but there was a lot of complaints on my video about the bunk room being a little bit too cramped, and they figured it out, and I think you guys are gonna really love it. All the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, including a link for Funtown RV will be down in the description if you guys wanna do a little bit of shopping. But I hope you guys enjoy the tour. Hope you're having as good a day as I am, that's for sure. One, you see the new look here, and I think that changed last year, so it might not be new to all of you, but people that haven't seen Vibe, in a year and a half or so, this will be the new decor. Right as you walk in, obviously you get the basics. You got your screen door. If you want to put in a shade right here, you can, but if not, it's tinted. It's a little hidey-ho window. And what I like is the controls are all going to be front-facing. So, for like your AC and your heat and your on-demand water heater, all that kind of good stuff. Not on-demand water heater, sorry, that's the air conditioner. Lights are going to be on a dimmer. And instead of going with the blade lighting, like just about everybody else is, they have these LED pucks. And I'll tell you what, with the way that the ceiling has this kind of brown look to it, I think it is a really cool look. You'll have to tell me what you think. But this is what I'm talking about. So when you're shopping for an RV with kids, we have 4 kids at home. I think it's very hard to find an RV that works seating-wise. If you remove that table, it kind of makes it like a, like a short couch. I'd say the 2 people paying for it are going to be sitting here. The kids or the people that aren't paying for it will be sitting right there, or possibly a place to sit down, and have some dinner. But like I said, you can remove those legs, and now you're kind of, part of the action at night. But this is the bunk room, and this is where I'll start for you, because I think if this doesn't work for you with kids, you're probably not going to be considering this too much. But you got 2 double over double bunks, basically. I'm sorry, I don't know why I just said that. I've been touring too many RVs. I did yesterday, I did 10. Today I'm going to do 7. Just talking too much. But you got a twin bed here up top, emergency exit, pull, push, and plop. And then down here, you have one of those like kind of trundleable, foldable beds. So it's kind of like a, I don't know if it's like a memory foam or what it is, but it's pretty darn comfortable actually. But it folds out to make a queen. So you're going to have a queen, then a twin, a little bit of storage, a place where you can put a TV with the appropriate plugins. And then of course, some places where the kids can plug in, some stuff as well. But I think what makes this camper so appealing to, not only people with kids, but without, is what a great little mini office or craft room this would make. I mean, how would you guys use it? Would it be for bunks or would it be for crafts? Either way, I mean, you could even remove that and have it a dual couch kind of section. Play a movie over here, a movie over there, and you're ready to rock. So the TV on this thing, huge. I mean, it's like a 60-inch TV, I'd say. The LED lights with that black wall on behind looks really sharp. And then you have a fireplace to keep you nice and a roasty and a toasty. You're also going to notice each and every one of the windows opens up for a good breeze as well. It's going to be tinted, and instead of having the Dracula shades, it's got one of the Dracula capes. So it's going to be a nice little piece of cloth there for you. Comes up and down pretty darn easy. This pulls out for additional sleeping. So if you need, even more, you got it available to you. Slide height, you are looking at probably just about to bottom lobe. So I think if I'm 6 foot, my head, I'm gonna guess probably about 5'7". I think it cuts off about 5 inches of head. 6 foot. I don't know. But it's whatever my bottom of the lobe is of a 6-foot man with Skechers on. That is what the height is going to be. So hopefully maybe you can Google that and someone can let me know. I'm sure there's somebody out there that'll actually check out, here's the model if you want, you'll actually figure out the exact height of that shoe with the 6 foot down to lobe. I think somebody will actually probably figure that out in comments. Maybe check out the comments to see if somebody did. And then you rock back into the back and notice how the decor kind of changes. So you have kind of the dark accent wall. You got kind of your brown tones over here. And then you come back and it's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit brighter. You also have your gold finishes for the handles, which I think is pretty cool. So it's a cool little switch up for you. I think Vibe's done a really good job. You know, I used to sell, Vibe was one of the first brands that I ever sold. I've been selling RVs, or I sold RVs for, been in the RV industry for about 12 years. I sold them for about 10 now. And I'll tell you, just having, I have a long history with Vibe. I sold a ton of them. They're really well constructed and they're not afraid to try things, but they try them in a way that doesn't, you know, do anything crazy. Like they're one of the first travel trailer brands to use the chill cubes for the purpose of adding 3 ACs onto a travel trailer, which was pretty crazy. I remember that at the Michigan show, you know, I asked one of the reps, I was like, does that actually work? Because that sounds like a 50 amp thing, you know, like you have 3 ACs on the 30 amps. Like that sounds pretty crazy. And yeah, I mean, it worked. I mean, they put it on, they showed it to, or it was 2 ACs, sorry, 2 ACs on a 30 amp, which was crazy. You got the same, the kind of like the hexagonal kind of thing. I think it's stainless steel. You also got the high-rise faucet, whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles. More overhead storage here too as well. And then this is not going to be the soft close drawers, so make sure you close that moderately gently or you're going to have some clanging and banging. Right there, you got some under storage and your plumbing. And then you're going to get 4 pull-out drawers. The bottom one is going to be about twice the size of that. But you do get a lot of good countertop space. It's also going to be that hard wrap plastic. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. And then bada bing, bada boom. You got 2 outlets right there as well. Big window over here. Big window over there. Let's check out this other storage. I love that. You got a place for a trash can, so I think that's pretty cool. And then they're also using, let's see here, little convection oven microwave right there. 3 top burner to whip up all the fixings. Care Camps Foundation. I'll have to look and see what that is. Maybe we can get a little dono link. Oh, that's cool. Donates Care Camps Foundation for every vehicle sold. So that's pretty cool. But all right. Yeah. Fuse box. I didn't mention before, that's a 12-volt refrigerator, so it'll pair up with the solar. So that way you can, you know, keep that thing working, charge up the battery so it doesn't drain you all out. Here's going to be the other AC. So you have the chill cube back there. You have more traditional RV here. And this one in particular has a third one over here. All right, so for your controls, tank heaters, that's going to be a 12-volt pad that sticks onto the bottom of your tank. You also have the control for your heat and AC right here as well. And then extend and retract for the awnings, your slide outs, your dimmers, your other slide outs and your awnings, you know, along with the light. Where did I not turn that on? Okay, yeah, so that was for the hallway light. Let me see here. I didn't turn on the bathroom light, so that clicker's going to be just to the left, taking this hand. Boop! You got a little shelf right there. You got a place to dry up your towels. There's the control for your on-demand water heater. And then you have the porcelain foot flush throne. And as we sit down, you're going to see that there is plenty of room. Plus, you got the backlit mirror to show off the old bowling gun, baby. Right there, a little bit more storage. Plastic sink. So, again, they're kind of taking out some things here and there just so you can save a couple extra bucks. And I don't think anyone's complaining about a plastic sink in the bathroom. And then the shower. Looks like a 36 by 30, I would guess. But I'm 6 foot, 300 pounds. You can see I fit in here pretty darn good, even when I close it. You're ready to rock. And you got about 6'4" of head clearance as well. All right, so now let's head into the bedroom. And I like the bedroom. I mean, there's some pretty good space. There's also really good window size. I mean, look at the size of this window right there. Can't complain about that. Oh, look at that. Another little fireplace right there. I forgot about that. And then sometimes I don't scope out the RVs fully before I start recording because I've done so many of the darn things. Kind of wing it, man. Washer and dryer setup, or obviously you can use it for the hanging room. So you have these little hanging racks there for you, so that way you're taken care of whichever way you want to do it. Another emergency exit, pull, push, and plop a Rooney. It does look like a queen bed, if I would guess. And then you also notice how you have an outlet here. See if you got an outlet over there. The outlet will be right there on the ground. So you got places to put all your stuffs, charge up your phones. And then you open this up. Pretty good sized closet here as well too, if I don't say so myself. That's where all my stuff will go. And then, you know, the wife gets the rest. You know the old running joke there. All right, a second fireplace to keep you extra roasty and toasty. And then the other control for this. Another thing too, I know this isn't like taller than most travel trailers, but it feels taller because it has that straight line. Usually the barrel roof, so I'm not sure what they're doing, but it's really tall. It's like a tall person-friendly travel trailer. You know, you're probably looking at 6'5" right there. You know, I would say. Excuse me. Got the old sneasel-saurus happening. All right. So again, the 2026 Vibe 3400 SB. Now we're going to take you maybe on a 3-minute spin or so on the exterior, show you everything that you need, and then we'll get skedaddling. But right off the rip, again, if you guys forgot, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, and awning sizes will be down in the description, along with that link if you guys want to do some shopping. So you have the fiberglass front cap, 3/4 fiberglass front cap. You also have the LED lights. Didn't turn those on because it's, you know, it's bright. There's not even an overcast. There's not even a cloud. There's actually not even a cloud in the sky. It's pretty crazy. You know, sometimes you don't appreciate the little things. It's kind of cool how it's lighting up right there. Anyway, oh, there is a cloud. Big one right there. Want to see it? There you go. You have a 3/4 rock guard right here, and then you're going to get your power tongue jack, 20-pound propane bottles, along with your battery disconnect there too as well. Heated and enclosed underbelly, again, with those 12-volt tank heaters sticking on there. So when it's about, you know, 40 degrees or so, pop those bad boys on. Power, extend, and retract for the stabilizers right here. And then this is going to be the storage. You can see I got my camera gear, some hydration water, and a coffee to stay nice and buzzed up for you. It also shows off that aluminum frame construction. Now right down here is going to be an LP quick connect. Let me zoom on in there. So that is going to be a little nozzle, so that way you can hook up a little bit of like a grill. Oh, geez, Pete. A little bit of a grill situation, you know, get cooking if you're bringing like a Blackstone or something like that. Awning, I did leave the LEDs on that, but you have an awning here and an awning there. So that way you have good shade coverage. You know, if you're sitting out and picnicking, you know, can sit out here and read a book and not fry up on those hot days. A day like today though, there's no way I'm putting that shade out. Solera 3000 series for the awnings. So basically it's just going to be a 12-volt awning. So it'll run off the battery as opposed to shore power. So if you lose power, you know, no worries there. And then you got the, on the back side here, you got your other stabilizer. Let's see if this is unlocked. Yeah, a little, ooh, nice. Nice little refrigerator. Fit yourself up a little 30 rack of Roonski of some brewskis. You're also going to have a bumper with a spare tire, along with your backup camera prep and your ladder, Lippert on-the-go ladder system prep to get on top of your fully walkable roof. You know, so that way you can, you know, check all your seals, check all your slides, make sure everything is on the up and up, baby. Tankless on-demand hot water heater. That's going to be the back end of it. You know, get all your maintenance done. Your galley tank drain right here. And then you also have your 50 amp connection along with the back end, you know, of your furnace. And then let's see here. Oh yeah, they are using the wide stance axles. I've never actually been in one with that. But from what I've been told over the last couple of years is that when they're wide like that, you know, hitting the speed bumps, it'll be like doo, doo, you know, kind of slower, as opposed to this where it's like, kind of creates less rattling when down the road. So it always resonated with me, you know, when a rep said that. Sewer outlet connection located right here. You are eligible to put slide toppers on the top of these as well, which is basically a piece of awning that goes over the slide and prevents debris from falling on it. Storage under the bed located right there for the back half of that. And then one thing I do want to show you, they got the magnetic latches right there. And then they are using metal slam latches as well. And there is a docking station right here. So you got your fresh tank, you know, you got your black tank drain, which is a sprinkler system for your poop tank, solar outlet connection over there to the right, and then hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I hope to catch you next time. Again, my name is Hunter, And this is the 2026 Vibe 3400 SB. See ya. Rump-dum, rumple-dumple-dump, Rumpelstiltskin, Family Guy,